Well, good afternoon and welcome once again to Ed's Orchids. Now I'm in the grow room inside, and if you remember yesterday I did browsing in the greenhouse, so we're going to have a little browse at the indoors today of what I've got on the windowsill. But what I've got in this grow room at the moment are Cattleyas, Orangus, Phalaenopsis. There's one angraecum over there and another little angraecum down there, and some more Phalaenopsis there. So we'll have a look at these first. If I can get in, yep, there we are. There's not much happening with these, it's just been watered, got some beautiful leaves on them, coming up with nice growth. See, two nice new growths coming up. See them there, that one's Phalaenopsis cross Bellina. This one is just, it's a little bit paler, but still nice. And this is putting up a nice new leaf here, and this is Phalaenopsis Zeng Min Rainbow. Another one at the back here, this is growing nicely. Nice spike there growing. Nice spike there growing. Looks like there's a bud on the end of it. And this one is, oh, Courtney's violet. That I mean, it really grows nicely for me, that, and flowers very well. Now I put a bit of water in here for a bit of humidity, and this root's now grown into it, or it's put itself into it. And it looks like it's soaking up a bit of moisture, and now we'll see what happens there. And this is another big plant. Tell how big the plants are with me. Yeah, they're well much bigger than my hands. And this one is, let's have a look, Philanopsis Samira, which I think, and I'm right, is Bellina cross Violaceae. That's really nice, that one. We've got another one here with nice new, got the nice new leaves on there, how shiny they are. And they haven't been polished. I can assure you that one. They're much more cleaner than that one there that's been chewed a little bit. I've got another big one here. Nice leaves on it again. Just one flower, it's been on for a bit now, it's time it was dropping off, that one. Which is Bellina Green. Then there's Joshua Irwin Ginsberg. This is doing nicely as well. This has got two new spikes coming on. One there, and one just thrown a bud on top. So that's all. Now on this side I've got another 8 named Phalaenopsis. And 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 unnamed Phalaenopsis. These are what's left from the ones that were virtually thrust upon me. So they're growing very nicely. Some nice plants amongst them, and I'm expecting some beautiful blooms off them shortly. Well, once they start spiking. And this one is sort of a mottled leaf variety, as is this one. You see, this came up with a spike right in the middle, so it won't grow there again, so it's putting up another plant at the side. Oh, I keep forgetting about this Phalaenopsis lowii. It's so tiny, and it's on a small piece of bark, which I'll have to put on a bigger piece of bark, because as you can see, the bark is breaking in two there. Got massive roots on it for the size of the plant. And they're supposed to be deciduous, these, but this didn't shed any leaves at all, probably because I kept it warm and in a bright light. So I'm expecting this to bloom this year for the first time, and that's Phalaenopsis lowii. Shown you this one before. This has got a massive root growth on this one. This is a Mazda Valley warm growing Gutterettii. Shown you that one before, but there's still no blooms on it and no spikes, but very pleased with the way it's growing. Now this is a Laelia perenniae. You can see how it's growing right across on the rhizome, and this was the new growth from last year. Absolutely massive, a lot bigger than what the others did, and it hasn't started growing anything again this year, but I'm hoping that if it puts one up bigger than the last one, it is going to be good. Laelia perenniae. Oh, and I forget, I've another Phalaenopsis here. It's an unnamed variety that when I got the other plants given to me, this was a cakey. So I thought, oh, I'll mount it and see what happens. And in fact, this needs watering almost twice a day, this one. But lately, it's just starting putting out some new roots. So in another 6 months to 12 months, that should be really nice. And it's growing the way it should do, downwards. You know that the ones you get shop bought ones, they're always planted the wrong way up. They should be planted the other way down, so when water hits them, it runs off the grooves and onto the floor and doesn't stay in the crown. So that's Phalaenopsis, that's annoyed. I hope you can see all these, but it's a bit difficult filming in here, and a lot of my cattleyas now want a good wiring up job doing, so I'll spend a full day on them next week probably. This is Philanopsis elegant dancer, and it's growing very, very nice. There's some new roots growing this year. All the old roots will be at the back, so that's doing okay. Now this cattleya hasn't done much. It's a cross between Cheng, Mary and Mount Hood. The name is Liu Hope, something like that. Hasn't done much since I've had it, this one, but I'll persevere with it, and this is another that needs wiring up to make it keep steady in the pot. I'll not get all the cattleyas down because that's another that needs repotting so it's standing up. That one needs wiring. That one's okay, just putting a nice growth up. What have we got here? Oh, that's the Dowiana. That's looking very nice, and that's putting up a nice new growth there. Then we've got the King of Taiwan and this big pot. That's doing okay. And then we've got two Gulf Green hairy pigs, and they're doing fine. The Orangis aren't doing very much. In fact, I think there's a couple of them dying off. You see, they've had big growth on them, and they've all dropped off, and they've just got little growth on the side of them now. This used to be a very, very big plant, and it's decided to give up on life. There's just that left now. This is the only one that's doing okay. Got some nice root system on it. But those are my indoor plants here in the grow room, so we'll have a look now at the what I've got on the windowsills. I'll try and film them there, but we'll see if it comes out okay. Now this one here is a Pedium Sint Swithen. Nice two growth plant there, doing very, very nicely. This should be flowering towards the back end of this year. It's a very good flowering size. That's just the path I'm trying to bring on. Not much to it, not good. This one is growing very, very slowly. This is the cross between Rothschildianum and Sandrianum, which is the Prince Edward of York. But and that's big enough to flower too. On the other side of the window, or the other double window, is Paphiopedilum philippinense. No, this is the Robelenii. This one. Struggled a little bit with it, but it's putting up a nice couple of growths. That one is a Pedium caudatum species, which is doing absolutely lovely. I got this as a small plant, and there's now 3 growths on it, doing very, very nicely. And the flower not much bigger than this side, so that's doing okay. And this one has got a bud on, and it should be opening any time. And this is the Pedium Warsawixianum, or it could be Popowai, or it could be Wallisii. And the bulb there, I can see it's bending over nicely, and I think the dark stripe there will be one of its sepals. I was expecting that to be out for the show, which is Saturday, but no luck. But those are the only 6 plants I've got in the window bottoms. So well, thanks very much for watching. Hope I haven't bored you with it, and until next time, I'll see you later.